What can I say? I just like sleeping. I like sleeping, and I like my joke is no, I ruined it.
Oh, that's not hard to believe.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
I Christianed the joke. Today's been a very uneventful day. I quite literally got up, went to breakfast, and then just watched like Full Metal Alchemist until I went to class. And I finished Full Metal Alchemist. Fantastic. That means I did it in like a week and a half. I watched all of Full Metal Alchemist in a week and a half, which is a little obnoxious considering the amount of stuff that we typically do on like a daily basis. And then I briefly had to print something out and then went to playwriting, which was great, except I need to write so much more than I do. Like the play I have, it works, but I need to like find it better. I don't really know how to explain that. I just have to write more is basically what it comes down to. And so now we're here. It's like 6:30, I think, 6:30, 6:40, something like that. It's pitch black outside. I still can't get over how dark it gets so quickly. And people are downstairs gonna watch Bojack. I may or may not join them. I haven't decided, but before any of that happens, I need to eat food because I'm starving. Now instead of watching water boil, literally, there are two things I wanted to talk about. First, after Full Metal Alchemist, I started watching Pokemon again. Pokemon X and Y, apparently it's supposed to be really good, so I'll let you know how that is. Probably not, I probably won't because no one actually cares about that. But I am excited and I feel like a child again. Second is something a little bit more important. So the other day, my last video I posted about, it was like my reaction to the election, and it was like really like somber and like kind of depressing. I mean, to be fair, it's because I was really sad when that happened. And so that was just like, it was just like legitimately I woke up, I hadn't even eaten breakfast yet, and I like made that video. So it was like a direct reaction after seeing it, because that was maybe 10 minutes after I learned the news. And then so I talked to a lot of people, and because like I felt really bad to like be an American at that point. I felt almost embarrassed because of everything that had happened. Jeez. And so I just wanted to kind of like show, oh my god, it actually sounds like it's like dying. And so I just briefly wanted to talk about the fact that, yeah, it sucks. Like it really sucks. But after like talking to a lot of people, it's very much a situation where like I'm American and like, and despite everything that he said and how terrible it is, like in a way I feel like we do have to accept it, because if we don't, then we're taking a big poop on like the American election system as a whole and like what America stands for. So like he is almost everything. I mean, I can't even say this because Americans voted for him, so there is an underlying population that does believe that Trump stands for whatever America stands for. But in light of that, we have to accept that he is a thing that we have to deal with. If we were to not support someone who is democratically elected, then we're basically absolutely denying the fact that we are a democratic country and the way our system, and we're just denying the fact that he was elected. There are arguments to be made about the whole electoral college thing and the way like counties are divided. Gerrymandering, I believe is the technical term. But it's our job more specifically young people, so me and like my generation, our generation, it's very much our job to not go to Canada. It's our job to take what we've been given and what we know as like a people, as a generation, so that this kind of thing doesn't happen again. And that for whatever reason, that like mindset like very much empowers me. It makes me feel like I can do something. Because what's interesting about this whole thing is the fact that everyone got it wrong. No academic thought that Trump was going to get it. The polls were wrong. The news was wrong. Everyone thought that, like, despite everything, like his ridiculousness and the fact that he got this far, he wasn't actually gonna make it. But everyone was wrong. And so in a way, what that does is it actually tells us the power of the citizens, because the citizens voted for him despite what everyone else was saying. So in some very odd, convoluted way, it shows the power of citizenships, and it shows the power of like the American people. And so what I think is cool about that is that in the future, we'll be able to prevent something like this from happening. And we have this idea that we feel powerless, when in actuality we have more power than almost ever. And I think that proves it. So yeah, that's my little speech, my mini rebuttal to myself, basically. Like, don't be sad about this. You're like, yes, be sad. It's important to be sad. It's important to recognize that this is not a good thing. In my opinion, I don't think that this is a good thing. And I've read a couple of his policies lately, and like some of them, but yeah. And eventually we need to move past that sadness and work with what we're given. And it's important for us as an American people to stand up and to show and to make our voices heard. Like the people who voted for Trump made their voices heard, despite what everyone else was saying. They wanted Trump, they got Trump. And so now it's our job to make sure that he doesn't go over the line in anything. Yeah. And so now we're back to watching water boil. Honestly, that smells really good. I'm proud of myself right now. Really quick note also, this is like just a vlog fact. The majority of what I say, just in general, I don't think about before I say it. I don't plan what I'm gonna say. Sometimes I will typically plan like entrances, exits and stuff, and like cuts. I will think about cuts throughout the day, but normally what I'm saying is very much just what is in my head at the moment. Like that entire thing, aside from like a couple cuts, was very much just me rambling. I decided to talk about that at that point. I decided to say what I said at that point, not really thinking about it, which is why it's very much like a stream of consciousness that just kind of attacks. Basically. Wow, you can see the steam, that's really cool. Also, I've decided serious moments for serious things, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use my normal glasses or no glasses. For like really serious things, I won't use glasses just because the eyes are the doorways to the soul. Otherwise, in majority of the time, majority of situations, it's the sunglasses. No matter what time of day it is always sunglass time. I forgot a fork. So first, but now it's time.